3, 2, 1, fun. Testing.
Wait, it's been 4 years since we started the Snugpod now.
Was it 4 or 5?
4.
We've been doing this podcast for 4 years.
Yes.
Yep.
Only 4 years. Not that long.
My goodness.
Can you believe that?
It feels like it's a lot longer, but it's only been 4.
On what? I'm gonna be honest. I thought it felt shorter, but then I turn around and I realize, like, it's been longer than I think. It's crazy.
Yeah.
No, you're crazy.
I am crazy. That is true. Alright, get on the proper account. Me. Then the socials.
I want YouTube, not YouTube Music. I don't think we're on there.
Might be.
We should be.
It probably skims it.
I don't know. The stuff on, I don't, unless we somehow get identified as music, I wouldn't think it would.
Oh, no,
Or
because
podcasts are on
podcasts are on there, that's right. I'm stupid.
Well, yeah, but because of
I knew
YouTube's
that.
current settings, you have to, like, specifically add it as a podcast. If you've ever looked at our creator dashboard, it says, would you like to add this as a podcast? Where's an audio file type thing. So,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I had us. Yeah, I had us when I was using that as my podcast app. I had us saved. I knew that. I just had a brain fart. Anyway, still, it's not live on there, so.
Which is annoying. We'll fix it.
Actually, do podcasts show up live?
Oh, no. No, they don't.
Alright, let's see. I'm gonna mute my mic and listen to the audio of me going blah 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 blah.
Wow. I'm gonna go twitch.tv/Snugpodcast. Boom.
No. There we go.
Select it all. Copy it. Post it. Blue sky it. Collections.
I give up. Right.
Oh no, what are you giving up on?
Finding a Snugpod Cast on YouTube Music.
Oh.
I know. I'm horrible. I don't listen to our own podcast, but I don't like listening to myself talk.
That's okay. Some people have, like, I understand it's hard for some people to listen to their own voice.
You know.
I go back and listen to stuff because I always try and, like, listen to myself and give myself feedback or listen for audio things that I could fix or adjust or, you know, all of that.
That's weird. I have it saved. The last episodes are on there on YouTube Music, but the option to share is not. It's like this action's unavailable.
Weird.
I wonder if it would let me share it. It won't let me share an episode. What is up with that?
Okay. I am done. Thing is shared. Screenshot mode engaged.
I'm horrible. I don't listen to our own.
There she is.
Stop scolding me. Stop scolding me.
Me, stop scolding myself.
Gwen, I am getting some, like, staticky noise when you talk. Hello, a bit confuzzled.
That's interesting because it's the same microphone. Is it the same microphone?
Yeah, is there like a...
pulling something in the background?
How about that? Otherwise, it's the same setup as last week. That better? Or is that still annoying? Same setup as last week.
I still hear it, but it's not bad.
That's still annoying.
It sounds like you either have a window open or there's like a fan running, which is weird.
It might just be my laptop, but I could switch to my phone for notes if necessary.
Oh, no. It's fine. It's not bugging me that bad. It doesn't bug me.
Laptop on the same surface as your mic?
No.
Okay, there might be vibration from that.
I am not going to send you guys a photo of my setup, but no.
Don't. You're fine.
Actually, don't know that I'm hearing it as bad now, so...
Okay. I turned down the brightness on my laptop, and that seemed to help the fans calm down.
Okay, yeah, that could have been what it was. Have you checked audio on your end?
Yeah, I'm good.
I mean, does the music sound okay now? I ended up turning it down some more because it's still sounding
I never usually check your YouTube, sorry.
Oh, that's right. Because I guess I'm thinking my music, my settings were affecting even your stream, but they're not. Nope. Out of curiosity, where is your music volume slider set? I moved mine all the way down to the U.
Ooh, I like those things you just added to our chat. That second one is totally about to be my background, by the way.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Those are things that I'm testing / making for the guild, and I figured I would bounce them off of you, but now I just got my answer. Okay. Yep. Options. Audio. Mine is just below the, for music volume?
Yes.
I'm way down by the C. In music.
By the C. Mine is under the U, so let me set. So are you slightly left of the C, or like underneath the left side of the C?
Yeah, I'm between the I and the C, basically, in music volume. And then my master volume is between the U and the M in volume.
Oh, I've got mine all the way up. That does like your...
That does overall
that's like
everything.
Yeah.
That even takes your music and cranks it. So mine's gonna sound naturally lower than yours because my master volume is lower. Because if I were to turn it up, the whole thing got louder.
Right. So...
Alright. We got notes.
Yep.
I mean, I think our vocal volumes coming from my end generally sound good, right?
Yeah.
So we just need to make sure the music volume is not too loud.
Yeah. We all sound decent. The background noise is okay. The Khajiit is not able to play the piano. I think we're ready.
Y'all. I got that there. And I need to pull this over to here so that that's in the front. And go to dashboard and stream manager. There we go. Okay. Oops. Remember that time I was like, yeah, I'm ready, and then I stood up and ran away?
You mean right now?
Yep, that just happened. Ooh, are drops on right now?
Yes. However, we will not qualify if anyone is actually watching us because, yeah. we've only been live for 10 minutes, and they end at 10:59.
Yep, I see that.
Yep. Once again, we should, like, try to start a little earlier. Especially when we know there's drops.
Yeah.
There has to be a benefit to listening to all of our, like, ramblings before we actually start the show, right?
Mm-hmm.
For those, like, 3 people that are in the chat right now. Well,
I suppose we could always.
lurking.
I suppose we could always start the pre-show even when we're all not ready to sit down yet.
Yeah,
Just get it started and have a "we'll be with you shortly" kind of thing going.
The Snugpod's pretty. People like looking at it.
Okay, give me one last sound check. Just say "hello world" or something.
Meow meow. Meow 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 meow. Meow meow.
Hello, Tamriel. I don't know if these are actually true, but it's kind of funny. And it says, celebrities secretly obsessed with video games. It says Megan Fox plays Mortal Kombat competitively. I'm not sure I believe that. But maybe I'm wrong.
Did you know there's fan fictions that are 40,000 words long? 40,000 words is considered a full novel.
That's crazy.
Yep, there you go. There's a crazy fact for you for the evening.
Crazy. Okay. I'm ready.
All right. Rose says my meow mix starts with cat scratch fever. Also, hi Rose.
Everybody's favorite lore seeker, Rose! And hi, Raymond!
Hello, Rose. Hello, Raymond.
Well, I suppose I can get into the thing here too.
All right, Never, you ready to start us?
I think so. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. Hey everybody, welcome back to A Snugpod Cast. I'm Never Separate, and to my left, it's actually my right, but my left on the screeny screens, is Gone Crazy Back Soon. How are you?
I'm good. Hanging in there.
That's awesome potatoes.
It's a Sundus.
And then if you keep going, there's Gwen the Bard. How's it going?
It's going.
Well, that's awesome meat. We got stew, meat and potatoes. Nobody gets it. That's okay. Bad joke.
Wow.
Anyway.
Maybe don't talk about meat and potatoes to Bosmer here in a snug pod. Just saying.
You know, especially if Braga's right over there.
Sweet meat. That's what they call Khajiit, you know?
Well, that's just because we have so much moon sugar.
Truly,
yeah.
it's a miracle. We always all talk about eating each other. I'm not really sure how we've done a show for 4 years together.
No, I just talk about hitting him with a slipper, not eating him.
Well, last week was a big week, and I want to start by apologizing to anyone who keeps up with us regularly for the upload cadence on our podcast, if you tend to listen through that format, I have had some changes in my RL schedule, and it's thrown me off a little bit on getting things edited and uploaded so that the episode is out in a timely manner. We usually try to record and have it up by Wednesday. On the flip side of that, it may work out well. If my schedule remains the same, I'm going to try to upload sooner, and it might mean that when we have things that are like big news and time limited, you'll have a little bit more of a heads up on when that kind of thing is going to happen. But let's go ahead and jump in for this week. Gwen, you have the floor, my friend. What have you been up to?
I am on the floor. Well, let's see. I've been up to so much that honestly, there is no way I could even say everything that I have done in ESO this week. And by everything in ESO this week, I mean everything in ESO in the past, since Thursday. So Thursday, I did not break a toe, but I did end up hurting a few of them, and it is cold here, and it is snowing, and I don't want to move because ouchie foot after hurting a few toes. Remember that one time when I broke a toe right before we started the show and I just kept going, and now I know what a broken bone feels like and was like, oh, that's actually not that bad. Thankfully I didn't break anything this time. But, so I ended up playing a lot of ESO over the past few days because, yeah, when your foot hurts you don't want to move it. But other than all of those things that I did, I actually ended up running dungeons on Monday morning with Crazy and another guildie, right? That was Monday? That feels like a week ago.
Oh, yeah, that was
already
Monday.
almost
Holy
a week
moly.
ago. Right? That is basically a week ago.
In my brain, that literally feels like 2 weeks ago. I'm glad you remembered that because I blanked out on that. Wow.
Yep. Well, that's because it was City of Ash 2, and we love to forget City of Ash 2 exists. That's that thing that we just keep trying to wipe from our brains.
You're not kidding.
But that's what I've been up to. What about you guys?
Crazy. Why don't you go ahead and open the door on what you've been doing?
Open the door, huh? Well, it has been a crazy work week. I have been falling asleep and barely logging in this week. But the times that I did get to log in were filled with a lot of guild management and many things there. I think I put long days and sleepy nights because that's what it has felt like. I did manage to get my solstice fishing done on one of the platforms, though. I got that done on PC. And then last night with our vet prog group that we have over on PCNA for Vet Cloud Rest, I think they've done it before, but I did my first veteran clear of Cloud Rest over on PC. So now we're going to start adding the +1, +2, +3 situation for that prog group. But it was pretty fun to get the die and the bust and feel pretty accomplished about that. So, yeah.
Proud of you, cheering.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it for me this week. It's been semi-uneventful other than that, just because it's been so dang busy and I've been so dang tired. How about you, Never?
Well, now that you've opened the door and Gwen's been on the floor, I'm going to walk the dinosaur.
Wow.
You were killing dragons and elsewhere?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. You didn't even see that setup coming, did you? Anyway, so I saved a small town from wolves wearing people. There was apparently a
Interesting.
bad wolf guy that was not only a bad wolf guy, he was also a previously dead bad wolf guy that had been necromanted and was causing some problems. Yeah, that would be the one.
Felchu or Felshu? I forget.
It's a foul shoe, yes.
Yeah.
Foul shoe. So I dealt with that problem. at least part of it. I didn't actually take care of the necromancer, but I did take care of the wolf. And yeah, I also am gonna try to start working on my house a little bit. Nothing big. I want to redo a few things and clean it up some, make it feel a little more appropriately themed for the island. I re-upped my sub for this month, so I had more space so I could put some stuff down. And I've started, before we got on, I was working on putting the dueling mats down. And I'm a little torn on that being a 4-piece item instead of it being just a singular piece. I get it, being, able to put one of them in a smaller space, or, put them in different places, whatever. However, it took me a few minutes to get to a satisfactory place where there wasn't like splits between the lines, trying to get them to piece together just right. And I think it's okay now, but that's what I was working on before we got started. And the werewolves, that's what it's called. I took care of that over the last several days as well. And so I've been working my way through that. That's not Daggerfall, is it?
It is Daggerfall.
It is
it's
Daggerfall.
Glenumbra.
Yes,
It's the first thing you deal with in Glenumbra.
So I'm working on going through that baseline quest for, I believe, gold, because I think I've already done Ebonheart. I believe I finished that. So I'm just going back and trying to take care of old quest lines, clear some older content, slowly, and that way I can maybe get to a point in the next 3 to 5 years where I'm actually ready for seasonal stuff when it hits. But that's been about it for me. So
I actually found one of the things I did while I was running around was I found a quest in Skywatch that I hadn't done before. It was this guy who was asking me to help him steal a bottle of wine. Like just a random base game quest I hadn't done before. I must have just ignored him like a zillion times.
Doesn't it seem a little silly that you have to steal a bottle of wine? You're the hero of Tamriel. You're going around saving all of Tamriel from Daedric threats and dragons and crazy political schemes.
Also, I'm pretty sure I could just buy it with how much gold we have at this point.
You'd think, somebody would just be like, oh, thank you so much. Oh, you want this bottle of wine? Okay.
But also, there are people who exist who just don't know celebrities, and so you might be the hero of Tamriel, but this person might just be trying to steal wine and go, hey, you look like you'd be willing to do a job. And you'd be like, you're right, I would be willing to do a job.
Yeah. Yeah, Rose says it's special wine. It better be some pretty special wine if I'm taking time out of my, fairly busy schedule of saving everybody over and over again to go and get that bottle of wine. But
normally the only reason I'm in Skywatch is because I'm throwing mud balls at people these days, honestly, so.
Yeah, that tends to take a lot of people there.
Tribute.
Yeah. Well, are we ready to news it up?
Yes.
I'm not even sure if I've seen any of this stuff yet. I have been following some different things that have come up, but I don't know that I've actually looked at any of these official articles.
To be honest, they're kind of like a rehash of what came out last week, but just with some additional details or clarifications, things like that, so.
A lot of extra clarification.
Yep. It'll be helpful.
When there's new things, it never hurts to hear it 20 times, because then you might actually understand what's going on.
Well, and to be fair, they talked about communication being open and things possibly changing as they go, so I think now more than ever it's going to be a keep up with stuff, because things could change at a moment's notice, So, that's good. And with PTS being out, there's going to be things changing, but we'll get to that in a second, so.
Alright. We ready to get started?
Indeed.
Alright. Enjoy... Wait, who wants to read this?
I thought you did.
I'm just ready to go. Alright, cool. Sweet. Enjoy community-requested upgrades to your player experience with Update 49. Your ESO player experience is getting some major improvements with the first update of 2026. This upcoming year is shaping up to be a time of change for ESO. The new seasons allow content to be delivered on a more flexible schedule with a variety of themes, while Tamriel Tomes and the Gold Coast Bazaar offer new past earnable rewards. Amidst this flurry of new and exciting features, a dedicated team of developers is hard at work on the player experience. As a result, the first set of updates focused on quality of life improvements for your time in Tamriel is coming with Update 49, which arrives simultaneously for all platforms on March 9th, 2026. Read on to discover just some of the highlights from these player-focused changes and additions. New Stable Master offerings, from Kaguti to Senches or even former constructs. You have a lot of options for getting around in Tamriel. However, Tamriel Stable Masters have historically only sold horses. Now, they've heard the demand to ride in style and are opening the gates of their stables to let out some exciting new options. With Update 49, new mounts become available in various Stable Master NPCs across Tamriel, all available for variable cost in gold. Mounts range from bears to Nyx oxen, and are all priced appropriately to their nature. It takes a lot more to feed a hungry Durzog than a Guar. You can find each new gold viable mount at stables across Tamriel appropriate to the mount's natural habitat and theme. A camel in Hammerfell, an elk in Valenwood, and so on. There's even an all-new mount available exclusively for purchase from a particular stable master in-game. Maybe you'll be the first to find it. When you're at a stable with an unusual steed available, it'll be viewable near the stable master without needing to purchase it, in case you want to check its teeth. Not advisable with many of these critters. The 3-horse variants originally sold by stable master NPCs remain available, and you can still train your collection of steeds to improve their speed, stamina, and capacity each day. In fact, when visiting a stable master to train your mounts, you can enjoy an improved experience. You now receive 3 points of improvement in the chosen trait whenever you train. This advantage does not affect crown riding lessons. It must be some neat trick the stable masters are keeping to themselves. Change your build for free. Player freedom in character builds is a core feature of ESO's philosophy, and with Update 49, we're making it possible to change your character's attribute and skill point allocations for free, and in any location, as long as you're not in combat or locked into a PvP template. With this change, it'll be easier to experiment with builds and find the one that is just right for you, or to swap between whatever playstyle strike your fancy. This change does merit some extra attention for those of you who've been hoarding respectification scrolls. These are no longer necessary after Update 49 goes live, and they leave the Crown Store today, January 12th, so they're gone. To make sure you still get value for any scrolls you have at that point, they become sellable to NPC vendors for gold once the change occurs, although you should take the opportunity to use any remaining scrolls for their primary purposes you need. Adding to the changes in build freedom, we are improving the sourcing of bites to unlock vampire and werewolf skill lines, as well as the cures that remove those conditions. In-game availability for these curses through infection by an NPC becoming available at multiple new shrines throughout many base game zones. If you want to find a bite for the first time, free quest starters in the Crown Store direct you on the way to embrace these conditions. If you've already completed the initial quest for a particular curse, you can return to any of the new shrines, now marked on the map after discovery, to return to that state without having to repeat the quest again. Similarly, you can cure yourself for free in the Crown Store for increased convenience, allowing you to shed your affliction at any time. Account-wide outfit skills. Increased freedom isn't just for powerful builds, it also matters for making sure your outfit is up to date, so you can slay while you slay. That's why with Update 49, outfit slots are unlocked on an account-wide basis, giving the purchase of slots greatly increased value. All future outfit slot purchases after Update 49 immediately apply to all characters on your account, while existing purchases are combined up to a limit of 9 additional intent total slots on each character. If you've upgraded 3 of your characters with 2 unlocked outfit slots each, you will have 7 outfit slots unlocked on each character, counting the free slot you start with. This change also benefits all other characters on your account, including any new characters you make afterward. Each of these slots saves outfits separately by character, meaning 10 characters could have a wardrobe of up to 100 outfits between them. This isn't the only way fashion is getting more flexible in this update. Mimic stones and outfit tokens are entering the Gold Coast Bazaar, allowing you to buy these handy tools with in-game sources. On top of that, a long-requested change is coming to allow you to hide any piece of gear you want, similar to how Hide Shoulders has worked in the past. Show off your body markings freely, or just escape the tyranny of pants. It's up to you. Furnishing limits increased. Are you always on the lookout for the perfect place for a painting or a great spot for a couch? You'll find it much easier to make those decisions thanks to an increase in the furnishing limits on non-notable houses. With Update 49, every house that was staple or classic has its capacity increased by at least 50 additional furnishing slots, or if you have ESO Plus membership, 100 additional furnishings. Home size categorization is also changing so that all homes within a size category, whether staple, classic, or notable, are now unified in their furnishing capacity. Some homes that were staple or classic have been bumped up into a larger size category, which can give homes an additional 150 slots. Even apartments and in-rooms are getting in on this increase, with even more furnishings for our coziest little homes. Easier bag and bank upgrades. With Update 49, it's easier than ever to maximize your room in both your bank and character inventory, reaching the greatest amount of carrying space possible with a minimum of fuss. Costs for these upgrades are going down significantly, especially on the expensive final upgrades. The total cost of fully unlocking both bank and bag space is going down by nearly half. If you still can't afford to max out your storage yet, it's easier to return to the process later down the line. Instead of needing to track down an appropriate merchant, you can increase capacity from the inventory screen itself, just as you would at an NPC. Enjoy even more improvements. The above additions and changes are just some of the highlights of the team's work improving your player experience. In the new base game patch, your crafting research timers are reduced. You have more choice in how you use your zone guide. You gain tabardless guild repping. Vendors sort unusable items away from the tops of your inventory. You earn XP for skills even when they're on your back bar, and more. We've also reverted the change to guild trader listings that reduced the time on the trader to 14 days after seeing the improvements in performance were not sufficient to justify the impact on players. And improved ESO Plus with new bonuses. We hope you're excited about these changes as we are. They will all be included with Update 49, which arrives simultaneously for all platforms on March 9th. Okay.
Hype!
That is a lot, and that is all a lot of things that we have already talked about. But it is all a lot of good things. And like pretty much the week before that was announced, even for having different things at the staples, me and my sister were talking about how, where can I get a guar? Well, the Crown Star, the Crown Store. Just save up your endeavors. You can get one eventually. And it's like, well, now you might just be able to buy one with gold.
Have either of you seen the list of the mounts that's going to be available?
No, I'm looking forward to being surprised.
I've seen some of them.
Yeah, I saw a video that showed several of the ones that were going to be in there, and they're pretty good. The Ebon one's actually pretty cool. I wouldn't have expected that to be one that was available in a Stable Master. And I also like that they're theming it around the location.
Yeah.
So
well, you go around Tamriel already, and you see the different mounts at different stables. It's like, okay, there's different mounts at different stables based on the different location. Why can't we buy these different mounts at these different stables based on these different locations?
Right. Yeah, that's a good change. I think more can be done with that. Should be done with that. Not just applying to mounts. I think having merchants have different things based on, where you're at. I know the furnishing merchants do, but like you come across traveling merchants, it'd be cool to, maybe they are selling some random thing that is from that zone or something like that. But I think it's cool that, now you might just stumble upon a stable master and find some cool mount you hadn't seen. Especially, it's going to be interesting to see how long it takes everybody to find the new one that they're talking about there. Because they're not telling us where it is. It won't take long. I mean, there's enough people that, somebody will find it pretty quick, I'm sure.
Someone has already found it because the PTS exists.
Well, yeah. Unless they didn't. I mean, is it on PTS?
I don't know, actually.
I didn't know if that, they could, not put that on PTS, I suppose, but I hadn't really thought about that. That's very true. Yeah. Somebody may already know where it is. But,
Sorry to burst your kitty bubble.
Did it not say something about being the first to find it? Yeah. So, but this article did come out on the 12th, so by now somebody's probably has if it's on PTS. Anyway, but it's still cool that they're doing that. I mean, and by them doing that now, they could just as easily periodically drop new ones into different stable masters. That if you don't go look for them, you don't know where they're going to be.
Right.
Yeah, I've seen other games have done things with vendors that pop up in different locations, and like special things that pop up at different locations, and content creators have whole videos on where to find them and what's in their inventories and things like that. So,
right.
Gonna have videos on where to find the new mounts.
All right.
Gwen, were you about to say something? I didn't mean to cut you off.
So then we have like the outfit slots. Those being account wide are going to be nice because right now it's this character. I think she has 2 extras, and then I have other characters that have like 1 extra each.
Mm-hmm.
So then those will all merge, as then this character will have 5 outfit slots instead of 3, and that's going to be so fun. Because now I'll be able to just customize everything. It'll make it easier. Outfit for all zones, pretty much. Winter outfit, spring outfit, summer outfit. Now they just need to change it so we can like mix our equipment with our costumes, and then perfection.
Oof, that's tough.
I know it's a big ask.
Well, you never know. We asked for stuff in the past that we didn't think was possible, and here we are.
My biggest ask still, though, is getting Floofer's human put in the game. I will... Anyway, continuing.
I think they could probably take costumes and that you've collected and add them into their own category in the gear, the outfit system. That's what I'm looking for. So if you have a certain costume on, they could break that down, and shoulders from that costume could go into a whatever category they'd fit in, and let you apply them there. I feel like that could be done. Whether or not they do it, who knows? But build changing for free, I'm a little torn. Like, I'm fine with it. Like, I'm definitely not bothered by it. It does seem like it makes like the shrines and stuff feel kind of useless. I mean, if they're still going to be in the game, nobody's ever going to use them. I feel like a different approach to this could have been just, because there are already complaints, and they're already talking about adjustments for how it affects people chasing leaderboards and things like that. Being able to just switch your build in the middle of a, leaderboard run, and how
to counter note, it just makes it more accessible. Because already, if you could do that, but you'd have to have an armory assistant in order to do it, which is a paywall behind being able to do that.
Yeah. But I was going to say the other option for this, I think, would have been to just give us free furnishing collectibles for our house and just put the shrines in our house. That gives you the ability to change your build, but you wouldn't necessarily be able to, or respec, not just change your build, but respec, without giving you the option to do that, like mid-dungeon run or something like that. But it still wouldn't have a cost, but it would still give you the shrine to use for the, I guess, the lore element of having to go to the shrine to do it. But again, I'm not bothered by it. I'm not going to be like, no, change this back. But that was just a thought.
Okay.
Yeah, lots of good stuff in there. Lots of good things coming.
For sure.
Well, next up, we got some changes for U49 in Season 0 on PTS.
Yeah. It pretty much just says PTS is out, but we'll read it.
We'll read
It
it.
says, test new player experience improvements, a refreshed class, and a weapon type, and the first season coming to ESO, all available on the public test server now. The public test server has been updated to include many features, coming with Update 49 and through Season 0, Dawn and Dusk, and you can access it via the PC Mac ESO launcher. You can test the refreshed Dragon Knight class and two-handed weapon skill lines, a selection of offerings from the Gold Coast Bazaar, many quality of life and player experience changes, and more. Please note that neither the new Tamriel Tome system nor the Night Market Zone are available to test just yet, but you can expect the Night Market to arrive on PTS during the next testing update and a sample tome to test the week after. This PTS tome contains simplified offerings for the purpose of ensuring the tome system functions as intended. The full Season 0, Dawn and Dusk Tamriel tome arrives with the season's launch. To access the PTS environment, go to the settings menu within your PC Mac ESO launcher by toggling the Show Public Test Environment option. You can then download and access the test environment, and don't forget to leave feedback and report any bugs you come across by typing /feedback or /bug in chat. For more about Season 0, Update 49, and this particular test build, be sure to check out the Season's announcement blog and the PTS patch notes on the official ESO forums. So, I did a thing.
Uh-oh.
I downloaded PTS for the first time.
What?
Yep, I did. I've only logged into it once. But it was so weird for me because I'm like, am I in the right server? Because, they copy your characters and everything over, but it doesn't affect anything on your live stuff. So it was very weird to, log in and have my character be there. But, yeah. No spoilers, but I did tour a new house. Looks really cool. If it has anything to do with some of the other stuff that they announced later coming in the game, that will be amazing.
Is this the new house that's part of the...
Hey, did you find the new house from the Gold Coast Bazaar, or is this just a different house for the heck of it?
Nope, just a different house.
Okay.
That one is not available yet, because that would be within the, the tome system and all of that stuff tied together.
Is it the pirate one?
It is the pirate one.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, never. You're the only one of us who hasn't seen the pirate one.
I've seen some of it.
Okay.
Yeah. So it is. So cool stuff in there. I'm excited. I want to go hop back in. I actually meant to kind of do that this week because I was hoping, even though I don't have a DK, to run a quick, sort of test and, make a DK and mess around with it and whatnot. But I have a DK on PlayStation, but that doesn't help me on PC. So, yeah. But it was pretty painless. If anybody's ever nervous about getting into PTS, I know for us on console, we can't do anything about it at the moment, but, if you're a PC player and you're nervous about it, don't be, because it was really actually easy. Biggest thing is, of course, you have to download an entire secondary, launcher / file specifically for PTS. So, That's the only thing. You gotta have enough space to do it, and I finally did, which is why I managed to do it. But, yeah.
Well, you don't have a DK to try out on PTS, but did you happen to try out the two-handed?
No, because funny enough, I don't have two-handed leveled. Yeah, none of my characters really run two-handed. That's actually something I talked about on Lore Seekers not too long ago. But, yeah. I mean, you can make a template character, and I have the space, so I may just hop on and do that at some point. I just haven't had the time to do it, you know?
Gotcha. I've only seen, I've seen a few videos where people have been covering some changes to the DK and to the two-handed thing. Two-handed has got some cool looking animations that they've changed. You know, I'll have to see how it feels to play with it compared. But
I do know there's a couple skills that they said right now feel a little out of sync. I think one of them that was intentional because it had to do with the time it fires off versus something else.
Is that the one where they shoot the person in the air?
I don't know. I don't think so.
that's one of the Dragon Knight abilities I think you're referring to there.
Oh, yeah, yep.
The Dragon Leap.
Not two-handed. Yep, different.
Yeah. So I don't know about the other stuff. But, yeah.
The Dragon Knight got its heart broken, apparently.
Aww. Womp womp.
Yeah, there was that new animation for one of the abilities that had the little heart over its head. I think in week 2 I saw that they removed the heart after hearing nobody liked it.
What?
Yeah. I could be slightly off on that, but I feel like that was what I heard they changed with it, is that people said that the heart animation just floating over your head just seems kind of weird. And so I think they took it out.
I haven't seen it, so I can't have an opinion.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Anyway. That's what I've been following the most this past week, is just when I can, trying to see what people are thinking about some of the changes with the DK and two-handed. Seems to be a little mixed. A lot of people have said they like a lot of the changes, but there's certain things that they don't particularly like. So it's a mix of both. You know, so we'll see where it ends up when they get finished with PTS, and you know what makes it into the final cut.
Yup.
Indeed. The next thing doesn't look like something we necessarily need to read. Just announce it. Am I wrong?
Let me look real quick. I think it's still worth just going over what's there because it's got direct links. I mean, you don't have to read it, I guess. We can just talk it, but
yeah. So the next article we've got is again, it's just more recap kind of things, but it says if you missed the ESO season's reveal, watch or rewatch it here. And just says you have an opportunity to catch up on everything revealed last week with seasons and things that are changing. And it's got links to so if you've got further questions about aspects of the announcement, check out supporting content. So you've got a video for the 2026 reveal, and then you've got links to seasons content, Tamriel Tomes announcement, Guild Coast Bazaar announcement, ESO Plus changes, player experience improvements preview, and Dragon Knight class refresh preview. And it says you can dive even deeper with the Season 0 player experience improvements by checking out the follow-up live stream from earlier in the week as well. And then it says you can also go on the PTS and check that out too. But yeah, so that'll be linked. We'll have it in the show notes. And that link contains links to links.
Links to the links and more links.
And hopefully they all hold up because you know what you do with the weakest link.
Right. We don't need links though, because we have 5 key takeaways.
We do.
That was a terrible transition.
Well, you sometimes when you have links, that's a chain, right? So you have chains linked, and you put a lock through the links to keep something closed.
Yeah.
No, and now you have a key.
No.
Yeah, that was the inference. That You got it. You're caught up.
Yeah.
You made it. Welcome.
All right, I'm here. I'm here.
5 key takeaways from the ESO Seasons announcement. Last week we revealed ESO's shift to a new seasonal model with big changes coming to the way you can access new adventures, unlock rewards, and experience the game. We shared a lot of information in this announcement about a lot of things, and you'd be forgiven for feeling a little overwhelmed. So, here are our 5 key takeaways you should know coming out of the big show. All new content is free and arrives simultaneously. Starting with Update 49 on March 9th, the Season 0 kickoff on April 2nd, all new in-game content, including zones, storylines, systems, and gameplay additions or improvements, will be free for all ESO players. New purchases or ESO Plus membership will be required. No new purchases or ESO Plus membership will be required. You simply need to own the game or otherwise have access to enjoy the new adventures. Even better, all players, regardless of platform, will get access to a season's new content at the exact same time when they arrive. Whether you play on PC, Xbox, or PlayStation, you'll all enjoy the new adventures, systems, and stories together. Seasonal variety is paramount. While a season in ESO will typically last 3 months, their size and scope will vary quite dramatically. A season could contain new story, content, gameplay systems, experimental new types of events or mechanics, and more. With seasons, nothing is set in stone. For example, while the Night Market has a lot of typical zone content, including new characters, stories, and quests, PvE challenges, and rewards, it's also the first of what we're calling an event zone, meaning that it will be available for a limited period of time, but will return in the future. The Night Market will make its first appearance on April 29th and will be open until June 17th, so don't miss it. Currency changes and consolidation. With Season 0 and Update 49, event tickets are being replaced by trade bars, predominantly earned via Tamriel tomes. In particular, its free options. Trade bars are uncapped and allow you to unlock your in-game rewards of choice via the Gold Coast Bazaar, offering even more variety. Furthermore, some long-standing reward systems are being folded into Tamriel tomes. This includes the Endeavor system and daily login rewards. With this consolidation, you'll earn many of the typical rewards you are used to, alongside a host of new rewards too, as you progress through this season's tome. Speaking of, much of Tamriel tomes is free. As our new Battle Pass-like system, Tamriel Tomes features a host of in-game rewards included within its Premium and Premium Plus bonuses options. However, all ESO players can progress, unlock, and enjoy a ton of in-game goodies from a season's free Tamriel Tome rewards too. These free rewards will include all manner of consumables, collectibles, and the lion's share of the new trade cards currency. For example, Kurith's Dungeon Delve Armor style set, picture above, and the Mesa Stalker weapon styles will all be free offerings on April 2nd. Don't sleep on the free Tamriel Tomes options. Constant evolution. In addition to the new gameplay content and rewards, each season will continue to evolve and improve your player experience. This includes work from a bespoke team dedicated to addressing player pain points and independently quality of life improvements, such as adding free ability and skill respects to the game's UI, increases to furnishing limits in homes, and more. This also includes the ongoing refresh work from the combat team with major changes and improvements coming to the Dragon Knight class, two-handed weapon skill line, and werewolves later in Season 0. With these two teams, your experience in Tamriel will continue to evolve and improve each season. Seasons start at 0. The above highlights are just some of the big changes you can expect when Season 0 launches on April 2nd, for everything highlighted in the recent announcement livestream.
Love.
April seems so far away.
It's not.
It's really not, though.
No, I know. It just, when there's something that you want to try out, it just seems, like it's a long way away.
There are so many things we still need to get caught up on in ESO right now. Like, you haven't even finished the Solstice storyline. You haven't even finished the Blackwood storyline.
I haven't
Like you said, you're still working on Daggerfall.
I haven't even started Solstice, so...
Exactly.
I have been there.
You better get on it, because the Writhing Wall is coming back soon.
Yeah. We'll see. If I get around to it. If not, it'll be okay.
Yeah.
I have been to Solstice briefly, just because I did acquire it recently, and I also just went and forgot to do this while I was in my house, and attuned a set of stations to the Tideborn set, so that I can add those to our guild hall.
I go to Solstice every day.
I do too.
Because I have to feed Floofer every day.
She loves a good floof.
I guess y'all have to introduce me to Floofer. That's a lot. That's in the quest though.
It's not a quest at all. There is no quest for Floofer.
Oh.
You just go give Floofer food, because Floofer's human went to go hunting, went on a hunting trip, and never came back.
Okay.
And you can't find Floofer's human. So you just keep giving Floofer food. Floofer food. Yep.
All right. Well, I'll keep an eye out for Floofer so I can make sure to feed Floofer. So Floofer
He's
doesn't.
on the docks, so you can't miss him. He's over by the battlegrounds area on the docks.
That's right, where you load into the main
Exactly.
thing, right? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Well then.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Talking about mayhem.
Yeah. Mayhem.
It is.
Mayhem.
All right. Well,
Soon.
I can read this.
Okay.
Since I know that's a little out of order, but the thing that I read was like 2 lines. Give y'all a break. Capture new collectibles during the White Strikes Mayhem PvP event. Seize the spoils of victory when you dominate your fellow players in ESO's various PvP game modes during White Strikes Mayhem. Mayhem returns to Tamriel. Warriors, prepare to take up arms. White Strikes Mayhem returns to Tamriel this Wednesday, January 21st at 10 a.m. Eastern, and will run until February 4th at 10 a.m. Eastern. During this in-game event, all players can enjoy a 100% boost to Alliance points, XP, and Telvar Stone gains, as well as some additional goodies when competing throughout Cyrodiil, the Imperial City, and Battlegrounds. Are you prepared to draw swords, or bows, staves, etc. against your fellow players? Follow the steps below. Open the in-game crown store and pick up the details on the White Strikes Mayhem quest. Head over to your Alliance War Faction's main gate in Cyrodiil using the Alliance War menu or at Battlegrounds camped outside major cities. You are not required to travel to Cyrodiil to kick off the event. Locate the NPC predicant Mara to continue this quest. Please note that if you've already completed this quest during a previous event, you won't need to do it again. Complete the quest to receive a complimentary Pelinal's Boon box. Keep in mind that the Scroll of Pelinal's Ferocity is no longer needed to enjoy the increased gains to Alliance points, XP, and Telvar Stones. These buffs are now passively shared with players logged in during White Strikes Mayhem. Earn glorious rewards. A ton of in-game loot awaits those taking part in this month's White Strike Mayhem. Check out the goodies you can earn during this event. New Tava's Goshak outfit style. Stalk your prey while donning the feathery guise of the Tava's Goshak style dropped in Pelinal boon boxes. Pelinal's boon boxes. You can earn Pelinal's boon boxes after completing any of the following activities throughout the event: Battleground Quest from Battlemaster Riven, Scouting, Battle, Warfront, and Conquest missions, Elder Scroll captures and recapture quests, Town Quest in Belastris, Bruma, Cropsford, Sheddenal, and Choro, Imperial City daily quests. Whenever you open a Pelinal's boon box, you have a chance to receive the following items: Parcel of Telvar Stones, Cyrodiil Repair Kit, Soul Gems, one of the following: Alchemy Ingredients, style item for your Alliance's armor style item for Akaviri armor style, Daedric Siege Weapon, White Strike's Mayhem book furnishing, Forward Camp for your Alliance, chapter of your Alliance's armor motif. There's a small chance that the full book may drop instead of a single chapter. Prismatic Runestone, chapter for the Akaviri armor motif. There's a small chance the full book may drop instead of a single chapter. Small chance to receive 1 or 2 fragments of the Alliance Breton Terrier pet. Small chance to receive a Transmute Geode. Very small chance to receive a Tava's Goshawk outfit style page. An Arche Unending Cycle or Truth and Wisdom outfit style page may drop instead if you've already collected a Tava's Goshawk style page that day. Bonus resources and the Golden. In addition to all the rewards featured above, harvesting nodes in Cyrodiil will yield bonus resources during this event period. Adhazabi Abadaro, sometimes better known as the Golden, is also refreshing their stock with rotating CP160 legendary quality jewelry from various Cyrodiil item sets. Necklaces will be available during the first weekend of the event, and rings from the same sets during the second. Please note that Adhabzabi Abadaro will not be offering any monster masks during White Strake's Mayhem. Also, despite her title, the Golden will only accept Alliance points in exchange for purchase during this event, not gold. The Impresario and event tickets. Each day of White Strake's Mayhem, you can earn up to 3 event tickets by completing the following PvP activities. 2 event tickets from the first Cyrodiil or Battleground Daily Quest. These include Bounty Board Quest, the Town Daily, the Conquest Board Quest, or the Daily Battleground Quest. 1 event ticket from an Imperial City District Daily Quest. Collect 3 event tickets each day and you'll have amassed 42 tickets by the event's conclusion. However, don't forget you can only carry up to 12 event tickets at any one time. If you ever find yourself lugging around too many tickets, swing by the Impresario's Bazaar and trade them in. Here's what the Impresario is offering during White Strake's Mayhem. New Roseblood Bat Pet Fragments, Crimson Bat Statuette, Red Rose Petals, Sharp Rose Bush Thorn. New First Fragment for Roseblood Wings Recall, Embellished Dance Card. New Tava's Goshawk style pages. Bag of Veterans Glory containing one of the following: Group Repair Kit, Legion Zero Legat style pages, Alliance Banner emotes, 2nd Legion style pages, Standard Bearer emotes, 1 for each Alliance, Standard Bearer staves and shields, 1 for each Alliance, Black Drake's body or face markings, Battle Scarred body or face markings, Legion Zero Vigils style pages, Ebonstill Knight style pages, Longhouse Emperor style pages, Alien Lich style pages, Group Repair Kits, Companion Guild Commendations. Of note, this event is your first opportunity to snag the full set of fragments you need for the Roseblood Bat Morphing collectible pet. This January's White Strake Mayhem will also be your first chance to start collecting fragments for the first morph of 2026, the Roseblood Wings Recall. In addition to the following offerings above, Phileas Dormir, the Impresario's assistant, will also have the following items in stock, which can be exchanged for event tickets. Unstable Morpholith Pet Fragments, the Soulfire Dragon Illusion Pet Fragments, all 3 Passion Dancer Blossom Pet Fragments, Doomchar Plateau House Fragments, Sacred Hourglass of Akatosh Furnishing Fragments, Horde Hunter Ursoc Mount Fragments, and lastly, Nanalari the Indrik Vendor will be refreshing her inventory with the following items, purchasable with event tickets: Nasic Indrik Feathers, Dawnwood Indrik Berries, Spectral Indrik Berries, Springtide Indrik Pet, Haunting Indrik Pet. Fortune favors the bold. Heed the call to battle and collect valuable rewards as proof of your valor during this month's Whitestrike Mayhem in-game event. Are you ready to clash with other aspiring champions on the battlefields? Let us know on the socials. As a reminder, the event begins Wednesday, January 21st at 10 a.m. and runs until February 4th at 10 a.m. Times in Eastern.
Heck yeah, I am. I'm ready to clash. Let's
Like-
go.
Like the band?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, help me out here. I'm trying to remember. They were doing something different with. We talked about this last week. Probably should just look this up. Once we get the initial pet, are we going? Is that going to be a permanent thing? We know we got hung up on the cost a little bit, but no, I'm not worried about that at the moment. But do we only have to get the pet once?
I believe so.
So we won't have to get the pet, morph it, get the pet, morph it, get the pet, morph it.
I don't believe so.
Okay.
Excellent.
That's good. So, if that's the case, if I'm wrong, then this may change. But if that's how that's going to work going forward, and I do believe that's what they've said they were doing, just as a little pro tip, if you find yourself running behind on getting the pieces for a particular morph that you may want, focus on the morph, and you can get the pet fragments at any time the events are live. So, you know, if there's going to be 3 fragments for a morph, and you're behind on those, but you also haven't collected the main pet, don't worry about the pet. Collect the fragments before they go away. Get the ones for the pet in the next event.
But the fragments continue too, don't they? Like, you can buy everything at the end of the year. It's just you need to wait for that event to get it.
Sure, you can. I'm just saying,
like-
you can. But if you don't want to wait till the end of the year when everything comes back, that would be the approach I would take. Is
Right.
make sure you get the fragments for the thing that you want, and then, you can get the pet pieces during any of the events because they're there every time. Versus, the particular morphs are only there during, their little stint, and then they all come back at the end. So, but that is a good point. They do come back toward the end, so you should be able to get them one way or the other.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited for White Strakes. I always like doing White Strakes. I think it's fun to get in there and have a little bit of a different gameplay loop and all of that stuff. Just from a lore perspective, for fun, since we're here, Cheydinhal and Coral. Cheydinhal,
Yes.
Crobsford, Vlastris, Coral. I was laughing because I don't know how I've never pronounced it, but it was fun.
That's exactly what I said.
No, it
Yeah.
was not.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I don't know what
Just
you're
like
talking about.
Nenulare and what was the other one? There was another one that I was laughing at. Man, the names during White Strakes, they are rough. So good on ya. Oh, Predicate Mara, and can't remember what the other one was.
Well, I said Mara at first, and then I was like,
You did.
is it Mara or is it Mara?
Mara, yeah.
Because we
Who
already
knows?
have a Mara, right?
Right.
So I was like, did they just name the character the same, spell it different, or just anyway? That's
Who
fine.
knows? It
You
was
can-
just fun.
You can
It
make
was
fun
just
of me.
fun.
That's fine.
I'm not trying to make fun of you. I just thought it was fun.
I'm blind in one eye and can't hear out of the other. So
Oh, come on. Oh, goodness. No, it was good stuff. It was good stuff. Good job. Those are long articles.
Indeed, they are. They are lengthy. So, I'll let y'all take care of the last one if y'all want to read that when we get there.
I think.
What? You think what?
I was just gonna say I think Gwen wanted to read it. If
Okay.
We've got time, unless she's typing murder hobos. That's up to her.
I am not typing murder hobos. I can't think of anything for murder hobos. We've covered most of the basic things that you'd cover in a year for murder hobos.
Oh gosh.
I'll have to start thinking of a new segment. Maybe the journey of a new character and how they handle the different things that come up in Tamriel or something. Maybe I'll try to write a character that's actually hard for me to write as opposed to the characters I'm used to writing.
Never.
Character with a loving family and a stable background who's forced to go adventuring somehow.
Nice.
Just random thoughts.
Random Snugpod thoughts.
Nobody ever has those here.
Us never.
No, I'm never.
Exactly.
Oh, one second, please. I am putting the thing in my thing so I can read the thing.
Nice.
That thing. There we go. Alright. This is gonna be great. We're gonna read my favorite book in this game. I think that's what I wrote when I initially set this, because I've been wanting to read this for, the past 3-4 episodes at this point. Alright, here we go. Unless you want to talk about the Dwemer first. Are there any Dwemer sightings this week?
I haven't seen them in Glenumbra, and I have not seen them in my brief runnings through the solstice from the initial load-in shrine to where the crafting stations for the Tideborn set are.
If I remember correctly, though, you saw an Ayleid in Glenumbra, correct? If you were dealing with that werewolf, you saw an Ayleid. Was the Ayleid able to point you any good directions, or no? Was he too worried about the werewolf, or were you just starstruck?
An Ayleid. I don't recall which Ayleid, not alien. Same thing. I don't recall which one what you're referring to. So I'm not sure if I've gotten there yet.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, when you're dealing with that werewolf, you end up meeting an Ayleid.
Is
Anyway.
that? Do you meet that Ayleid during the initial part, like with the first group of werewolf things, or after you've moved on and you have to go continue? I don't remember. Anyway.
When you go back in time and learn how to deal with the big bad werewolf.
The big bad wolf.
Yeah.
Werewolf.
Don't think I've done that.
Yet.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, so, sorry, spoilers. Moving on. Letter to Bane of My Existence by Overfiend Caspian. A response to questions asked by a despised and deceased peer. To the recently... Oh, I'm going to preface this with I am totally going to mispronounce some of these names, but this is still a really good letter. Alright. To the recently deceased Waukesha, I write in response to your inane questions, which you so agreeably spat at me during our unfortunate last meeting. Please know that, even though I slaughtered you on the spot, I always endeavor to avoid you like the pustule that you are. The sight of your face incites me to swift and unbecoming violence. The very act of hearing your voice makes me contemplate dispatching myself with my own sword, and the very thought of standing once more in your presence produces enough agony from my heart to rival that of a mortal experiencing their final moments. But I digress, and shall return to the matter at hand. You dared to ask why the channelers are so pervasive in the Ossian Cage. Do you suppose that just because I am the master of the Dolores Sista, that I am Mologball's appointed guardian of the Ossian Cage entire? No! I rue the day you were given the ability to speak for that was also the day you were assigned to me as my own personal torture device. I look forward to our next meeting only so that I can crush you beneath my boot and slice through the remaining viscera with my sword before watching you dissolve into an unrecognizable mess with the ravages of time. The channelers are here for the precise reason that they make traversal within the Ossian Cage more difficult. Do you not realize that all who succeed here do so with some derived means of traversal which does not rely on the bridges remaining intact? If you seriously want to impress upon us the merits of your creativity and usefulness, then learn to do as we do, or die trying. With the channeler's assistance, we can more easily wring frustration from our victims, for what is frustration but another form of agony? This aligns with our plans to crush the mortal spirit and shatter their hope. Unless you forget. But, unlike those louts in the Deadlands who focus on the pains of the body, we know that suffering is more than just some aches and pains. I hope this answers your question. Please refrain from speaking to me again at any point in the future, for I find your breath more odious than the shapers of flesh, and your very being fills me with hatred. I hope you enjoy none of your experience rebuilding yourself in the wastes of oblivion. Overfiend Caspian. It's just so good.
Dang.
It's just so good.
They didn't play. Oof.
But anyway, that's a little bit of lore in Ossian Cage that you can find.
So did you find that and actually read it when you were in there running that
Yeah.
trial a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, I did, and I was like, wait, what's this say? Because most of them I just kind of picked up and like, I can read these later, and I'm like, to the bane of my existence? What? Excuse me? I must know.
You're like, I have to find out right now.
I did.
That's funny.
It left an impression.
I see. Goodness. Well, I have yet to do Ossian Cage. I have a question, just because I don't remember. Have you run any trials ever?
Like, ever?
One or two, right? And that's it?
Yeah, I did.
You do a Theory and Archive? I feel like that sticks out for some reason to me.
Is it one of the trials that you have to be a mouse? A little robot mouse, or is that a dungeon?
No, that's a dungeon.
Okay.
Or you become the Skeevaton?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a dungeon.
Okay. I did do the trial, and I'm terrible with all the names of them because I haven't done them as much. That came with Elsewhere.
Sunspire.
Yes.
Sunspire.
Yeah, I solo vet hard mode, no death, that one. Barely missed the speedrun though. I'm kidding. No, I have done that one though. And I feel like I've done that one twice, maybe. Or at least started it a second time. And Gwen, I was in a trial with you at some point. I believe you were the healer.
Oh, it was probably Sunspire back in
Maybe it was.
the day. Back when I first joined, when we still ran trials on the PlayStation Lore Seekers regularly. A lot of the times it was Sunspire.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's one of the ones that people wanted to get gear and stuff out of.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like I've done one or two others, but yeah, I haven't done a lot of them. It's hard for me to find a time where I can commit to something that may take, an hour plus.
The trial of a trial is getting the trial group together.
Yeah.
Oh, you ain't kidding.
That is the trial of the trial. Once everyone's there that wants to be there and has the time, it's just talking your way through it and being patient with each other. The real hard part is getting everyone there for that amount of time in the first place.
Yep. Yep, because it ends up being so late before I'm able to sit down and play. Either other people can't wait that long, or it's too late for me to start something because I'll have to be up the next morning. So, Yeah, I'd like to do a few more of the trials. I like that kind of content, but
Oh, and they can go pretty late. There's trials that I'll join where we start at 11 p.m. and it's like 2 a.m. before we're done.
yeah, that can get a little tricky.
Yeah.
And they're called trials. Trial's a trial.
Yeah.
Indeed.
For show.
So you sure you didn't want to hit that murder hobos that's there?
I don't know. Do you have anything on your mind? Anything that you think would be good for murder hobos?
He sure did. He typed it out in the chat.
Oh, I didn't notice.
You want me to hit it? Never? You want me to put it?
I was just being silly.
Are you insecure? If I read it?
No, I really don't care.
Never's no more murder hobos question is, what insecurities does your character have about the way they talk or struggle to mispronounce words that are not in their normal tongue? Maybe people try to steal your name.
Oh my gosh, like in Solstice when the guy summons the Daedric Prince of Mathness instead of the Daedric Prince of Madness.
Yes. So
Madness.
Funny. Yeah.
Yeah, you actually have
it.
to solve. Yeah, I don't want to
do
spoil
math.
it really, but yeah, no, you have to actually solve a bunch of math problems in order for
I
him to
don't
leave.
like it. I didn't like it.
That's
I don't
hilarious.
do math.
That's hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty good.
Well, all right. Is that it for us? A lot.
Besides announcements.
I think so.
Yeah, that's a lot less than what we had last week, because
Well,
that was
and
the
a
big
lot.
one.
Yeah, and a lot of repeat of last week, but just with clarification. So.
Yeah.
That
All right.
Literally read patch notes for like the Dragon Knight last week.
Yeah. That was a lot.
I felt beefy.
No, it was dragony.
Well, if you're part of the Lore Seekers, specifically on PlayStation, and want to hang out with some other Lore Seekers, there's a couple things you can do. You can join for Treacherous Tuesdays. That is kind of a free-form event. It's Dungeon Day. We just encourage people to get in chat, either in-game or through Discord, and find some people to group up with, go run some dungeons. And there's no schedules or anything for that. If there is a desire for us to start putting things like that more on a schedule, we have done that in the past. We can do that, but we think Tuesday is a good day to go and dare the treacherous things that are dungeons. Thursdays is Relic Seekers of Tamriel. That is a scheduled event. That's at 7 Central, 8 Eastern. Tell us a little bit about that event.
Well, it's where they seek out all the different treasures in Tamriel, whether that be new antiquities, furnishings, things like that. We start off at JTK's house in the Gold Coast, and the group goes from there.
Very cool. That is, that leads us into Fridays. Fridays, we're not afraid. Fearless Friday. That is where Arthuria Dragoon takes people on a quest to clear out dungeons or delves, do all of those things that make us undaunted.
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 That event is also 7 Eastern, 7 Central, 8 Eastern. And, you just group up in chat or through Discord, whatever. Let Arthuria know you're coming along and go do those things and have fun doing them. If you're not a member of the Lore Seekers, though, it's going to be kind of hard to communicate and be part of those things. So if you wanted to be a Lore Seeker, Gwen, how can one do that?
join the Lore Seekers. So you need Discord, because you got to join via Discord. It's just how everything's done these days. And then if you were to join through that, in order to get the link to the Discord, you want to go to loreseekers.club. Follow that, go to the Discord, sign up, fill out your little application. We'll see if you're a good fit. We're a good fit for you, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, Discord is literally where everything is done. I got my job and met my wife through Discord.
I know that is such a crock.
No, but that's how me and Mom met, as a constant joke every time we're doing anything. Any movie we watch, we're out somewhere, and I'm always like, that's how me and your mom got together. The kids are always, they're like, no, it's not. You tell us something different every time.
And you're like, you'll never know. You'll never know the truth.
That's funny.
That is how we got together, though.
It is. It is, indeed. So good things can come from Discord, I guess.
Yep.
All right. Well, if you want to hang out with us, or not hang out with us necessarily, but communicate with us,
if you have a No More Murder Hobo question idea, if you have a question, because I am apparently somehow out of ideas, please contact us using the socials on Twitter or Blue Sky at Snugpodcast, or email us. I love lists. You can send us a whole list of ideas to snugpodcast@gmail.com. Now, if you are watching us live and would like to listen sometime, maybe you didn't get to finish the show, you can listen to us on your podcatcher of choice. As we heard from Never earlier in the show, he's kind of working on a new schedule for releasing those due to some IRL changes. That's fine. Just know if you don't see it when you normally expect to see it, or something happened, it's because we're going through a change. However, if you are listening to this and you'd like to watch us live, you'd like to chime in or go, but I have the best idea! I could have typed it in chat right now! Well, you could do that. You can find us on twitch.tv/snugpodcast or on YouTube, and if you click the bell there and subscribe for notifications, it will tell you when we're live and you can join us.
Yeah.
Is that everything?
I think so.
Almost.
Okay.
Almost?
There's one last thing. We skimmed over it earlier, but we didn't really talk about it. But happy 4th birthday to us. 4 years ago.
Yeah!
Oh, yeah.
The
4 years...
Snugpod is 4 years old.
Yeah, 4 years ago this week. I think it was back on like the 16th or 17th, if I remember correctly. We made our X account, which was kind of the first step into us starting the content creation stuff altogether, because we had worked on that just before we actually started the show. I think we had about a month, probably, that we had stuff that we were getting up and running and like kind of bouncing things back and forth. And it's kind of appropriate because tonight we heard from Sasquatch. So we just wanted to say we miss you, buddy. I don't know if you still listen or if, you know, you're even doing anything in ESO these days because you got a really busy life. But yeah, we're thinking of you, and we miss you being under the roof of the Snugs with us. But it's kind of fun because it was our 4th, technically, anniversary as a crew all together this week. So 153 episodes in. We're getting close to 200, peeps.
Yep. Yep.
So maybe we'll make it to 200 episodes before our 5th birthday.
Hey, that's better than 12 episodes like most podcasts only last.
Yeah. I mean, we could knock out 12 episodes.
Oh, come on. With AI, I'm sure they pump out, like, so many episodes now, like, in a day, and just release them over the course of a week.
Oof. I don't even want to think about that. AI podcast? Blech.
Oh, gosh.
Blech.
But,
Anyway, we're real,
though,
we promise.
Undaunted mixtape coming to a Jester's Festival release date near you soon.
Oh man, what a wild time that'll be.
Oh, and you know, if you do listen through Spotify, I don't know if this does all our episodes, but when I was in the process of uploading the most recent episode, I noticed that it actually looks like, I'm assuming AI is doing it, but it generates chapters.
It does. It generates chapters, and it also will generate a full transcript for you unless you turn it off. So depending on how bad it gets, sometimes I turn them off, because sometimes if there's really wild names in there all week, or some like strange I don't know. The AI is getting a lot better, I guess, at determining the chapter names, because it's actually gotten them fairly close, like, in recent history. But there have been a few times when I've been like, that's just so bad. People are going to be so confused, I have to turn it off.
Yeah, I don't know if I turned that on, if it's defaulted to on or what.
It defaults to on automatically.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just
So
saw
we'll
it.
just have to pay attention to that. Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway.
I just saw it and I was like, well, that's neat, I guess.
It is. It makes accessibility a lot better for podcasting, because it will also put the transcript at the top. So, like, if someone is listening to the episode, the transcript will actually run the words across the top on Spotify, which is great for people who might be visually, listening or quote-unquote watching the show, which is cool.
Nice.
You can also add actual video there, by the way.
Right.
But in order to do that, we would have to just drop the actual Twitch or the YouTube video direct into it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess that's going to wrap it up for us this week. Unless either of you have anything else to add.
Nope, I said my happy birthdays.
Happy birthday. All right. Well, if you've been hanging out with us in chat, or if you are listening to this at another time, watching it, whatever suits you best, we thank you for giving us your time and listening to me mispronounce names. And I will try to do better and mispronounce more next time. Thanks for hanging out with us. Hopefully it's been fun, entertaining, a little engaging, and if you liked it, well, tell somebody else that you think would be interested in listening to ESO stuffs, and come hang out with us again next week, and we'll be back. And good night, Rose, and until next time, take care of yourself, take care of others, be a decent person. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Sleep well, Tamriel. And that means you too, Rose.